the whole What's up, everybody? It's your boy Seattlerick206. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And yo, we are back with some more NBA 2K20 homegrown SONICS franchise. We are, where are we at? 12-6 right now. We're 12 wins, 6 losses. I believe Brandon Roy is our leading scorer right now. We just had a very good win against the Utah Jazz. 75-61 was the total. The game before that, we had the LA Clippers. We won 99-57. And the game before that was the Indiana Pacers, 100-65. We won that one also. So we're on a 3-game winning streak. We are going to meet the Timberwolves in Minnesota. So that will be the next game. You guys bear with me. Give me a couple minutes and we will be right to the gaming.
Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove? I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay, all right, that's it. That's feedback. That's no, we're good. We're good. The game can end.
Oh, Giannis. Look at Giannis taking over the game. Great first pick by me. Easy bucket. Easy bucket. I'm a good sport. Just kidding.
Oh, good block. All right, 10-9. Sub to be the first one. Give me that LeBron. Woo! There it is. Sub, you're the first guy to beat the challenge. How's that make you feel? LeBron, there you go. That's what he does.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla.
Me too. And everybody thinks I'm so weird.
I don't know, they think I'm boring.
Right, me too.
On a scale of 9 to 10, how much do you think this is going to change your life?
12 and a half?
Yeah,
For sure. 1 million?
I wouldn't be surprised if after this releases, I walk around a restaurant and I get a standing ovation.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Let's trick him. Come on out. Be behind the back. Go around. And he's still blocking me.
Another block. Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I
it.
feel it. I feel it. I love it. Ain't no stopping me. No stopping me.
Any type of food that you miss from Australia?
Meat pies for sure.
What is that?
A pastry with meat inside it. So
Sounds...
4 and 20 meat pie. That's my go-to when I go home.
I have one more favor to ask, though, Rachel. One more final, hey guys, for our fans out there.
Of course. Hey guys. Whoa! My whole camera almost fell over doing that. That's how excited I got.
So have you seen yourself in the game thus far, and what do you think about yourself in the game?
I really wish that I could have my fingernails painted because I really want that. But other than that, it looks just like me.
Question, are you the best 2K player on the Lakers?
I think I am because I don't think if you're the cover athlete, you have to be like, so I'm ready for any challenge.
What's the one movie that you could watch and never get tired of?
Oh my gosh, Wedding Crashers.
Favorite line? You gotta give it to me.
Mom! It's Milo! Where's it Milo? Like that whole scene is just like everything.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including everyone's favorite segment in 2K TV, Top Plays.
That's right. Top plays, your best plays are coming to NBA 2K21. And in fact, when you're playing the demo, make sure to submit your best plays over social media using hashtag 2KTVWow, and we can see your best stuff in Season 7.
Enjoy the demo, and we will see you then.
sidelines, David Aldridge. TA, take it away.
Well, if you ask Karl-Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. Don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Evan?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Supersonics right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference.
Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning. Love y'all.
For Minnesota, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
Now let's take a look at the Sonics opening lineup. Levine is out there with McDaniels. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Williams at the 5. And for Minnesota, Mirotic is out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Turner. And it's Evans at the 1. Now here's Roy. Williams kicks to Roy. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Early on, players vying for larger roles and more minutes, and Doris, always interesting to see how all of that materializes.
Yeah, Kevin, I think unless you have a veteran team who's maybe been in the playoffs and established themselves, there's nothing set in stone yet. Obviously, guys are looking to prove themselves from the very moment that ball is tipped up in the air. And who gets a rhythm early? Who starts off strong? Let's see.
I'm looking forward to it as well. And the first one drops.
You know, one dilemma that jumps out at me with the Timberwolves, over the years, they have been an excellent offensive rebounding team. It's the other end, the defensive backboards, where they have had some problems.
And Beasley drops both of them. And Doris, you're right. Over the last 5 seasons, the Timberwolves have been the absolute worst defensive rebounding team in the NBA.
And it's hard to understand, Kevin, because they have created second chance opportunities for themselves, only to give it back on the other end. That's the kind of thing that can be demoralizing for your defense. You get a stop, but you don't finish the possession with a rebound. That can wear you out physically and mentally.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page.
Damn, Carl. Why you do that?
The creativity, the athleticism, that's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, cat.
Here's Levine. That's it.
Let's go.
He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Here's Turner after the made shot from Zach Levine. On up the court. And then Roy with the jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
And let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Turner. The Sonics getting the bucket. Roy with the block. And here they come. Here's Murray. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
And Minnesota has possession. It's a 5-point game.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game. And they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Now here's Beasley. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Outside, Levine. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Williams, that's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's the pass to Towns. Lucky to end the run. Rebound by Murray.
All alone in the range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
It's just tremendous quickness. It makes Levine difficult not to foul.
Seattle shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good.
You know, one of the things that Zach LaVine has worked so hard on is the ability to get to the free throw line. This guy has stated he wants to be one of the best to ever do it. Well, a great scorer gets to the foul line.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
If not, if I don't see you this morning, guaranteed we have a serious thumb wrestling competition on our hands.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Mirotic.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
Now here's Evans. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And with those points, he puts it into that 10-0 run by Seattle.
Seattle leading by 7. Pass to McDaniels. For 3, Roy. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mirotic's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Williams finds Murray. Over to the left wing. The 3 bangs on the trifecta. Murray's got 5 now.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Trailing by 10.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Well, this is the first full year now for Ryan Saunders. Let's remember he was hired by Minnesota full-time after an interim stint last season. And boy, did the players love playing for him.
Unloads from 13. That one, no good. And it's the Supersonics taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
And the rejection by Town.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
Seattle with the rebound.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Seattle shoot their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he makes it. Both good from the line that time. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Seconds left in the first quarter. Got a piece of it, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Culver's shot is off. And so it's Seattle enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We come back right after this. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player I've ever played. And I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen. And I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I can be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
Coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, I can put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, guys, what do you think about what we've seen so far from the Super Sonics?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Towns, Culver out there with Lehman, and it's a Kogi in at the 2 spot. Now here's Levine. 17 points for him last game against Utah. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, 2 guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are 2 of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
So Levine nails both of them. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Stolen by Terry. And now here comes Terry late in the break. And he lays that one in. Terry's got the lead up to 14 now for the Sonics.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Okogie. 12 points his last outing. Inside, Culver. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Ross has jumped in for Zach Levine. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in, and he trims the lead to single digits. Culver's got 5 points now in the quarter. That'll be a 5-second call. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at Beasley, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Here is Ross after the made shot from Carl Anthony Towns. Ross kicks to Terry. And the free ball is good. Terry's got 5 now.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Sinks the three-pointer.
Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Here's Towns. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fultz with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Sonics lead by 14.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. I've ranked this the 15th season for the veteran Marvin Williams, former number 2 overall pick back in 2005.
And even though he has never been an all-star, Williams has always been a contributor to teams. Still can give you good rebounding and scoring in a variety of roles.
Now here's Ross, following the miss by Jared Culver. Williams trying to break free, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a career high in scoring doors for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Turner comes in for Jake Layman. And it's Jacob Evans in for Culver. The Supersonics also with the sub. Brandon Roy, who checked in for Markelle Fultz. And both free throws good for Ross.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Pass to Towns. Over Williams, and Towns the bucket on the assist by Evans. That's 10 points for Carl Anthony Towns. And Terry up top, covered by Evans. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Here's what the Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks. starts in Dallas. Then on Friday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. Free throw, good, Terry. Minnesota making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Amari Spellman. And it's Malik Beasley in for Josh Okogie. And both free throws good for Terry. Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 16-point game. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Down low, there's McDaniels. A shot off that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Terry. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Broke loose, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And here's Evans. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
There's such confidence and belief and faith in his offensive arsenal that Karl Anthony Towns makes it look easy on that end.
That'll do it for the first half. Seattle ahead. They're up by 10. We'll step away briefly, but we'll be right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's halftime show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. We're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Taking a look at the Supersonics. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there in the stratosphere. Anywhere they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
Kenny, let's get your input on the Timberwolves.
I look at the lack of free throw attempts as a key indicator. Because the funny thing about getting to the charity stripe, you have to earn it. You have to put your body in harm's way and be physically willing to take the hit. Right now, one team's playing aggressively and the other team isn't. That's the big difference in the score.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
His power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Timberwolves trail by 10 on the floor for Seattle. They've got McDaniels. Murray out there with Brandon Roy. That's Marvin Williams. And it's Levine at the small forward. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint. And you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
Good way to look at it. They get it back. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Yeah, Coach
coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
And to me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
2 points, that one goes. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
But I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Left side Williams, Towns with the steal. Beasley, the pass to Evans. Murray with the defensive effort.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Here's Lloyd, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to score a much better percentage.
And he knocks down the first one. Good for Roy. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. There's the double team with Roy. Going by Roy. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Williams dishes to McDaniels. Murray the pass to Levine. Over Evans. Seattle missing again.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Easy. And contact on the shooting free throws here. It's on Brandon Roy. For Minnesota, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Minnesota making some changes. Omari Spellman has come in for Towns. Okogie comes in for Evan Turner. And Culver's subbed in for Evans. And Seattle also making a change. Christie's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Levine. 6 points for him. It's blocked. Here's Okogie. Passes it to Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that business.
And Doris last season, rookie Josh Okogie ended up contributing more than the franchise thought he would.
Yeah, he was terrific as a 3-and-D player for the Wolves. This guy could end up being the steal of the draft, sort of in that Robert Covington mold.
An offensive rebound, and the layup's good off the glass. McDaniels got 6.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Okogie. Sweet little float.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. Now Levine. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Left in the third quarter. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Fault is checked in for Seattle. Here's Beasley trying to get open as Miritich. That's good. The Seattle Raiders cut down to just 3 on the basket from Beasley.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
to Spellman. That misses off the backboard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Williams kicks to Murray. Here's Fultz. No good on the triple. Timberwolves have gone such a number to the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Beasley, the pass to Spellman. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Shoot two.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Fultz the pass to Christie. A free ball. It's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And Seattle making a change here. Terry's checked in.
This game is too damn close. Got too many people hitting me up on my phone, distracting me.
Clock at 6. Fultz the pass to Terry. Takes a three. Seattle missing again. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 15-6 run. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. The Timberwolves shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Terrence Ross is checked in for the Sonics. Here's Terry. 10 points for him. He kicks it to Fultz. Now here's Ross. Can't connect from short range. And we reach the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Timberwolves ahead as they end the third quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Beasley is out there with Evans. Then there's Towns. And it's Turner. And it's Spellman in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Ross. Outside Roy. Puts it up from 12. Count it. Roy's got the game tied up here for the Sonics.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
So it's Minnesota now. After the Sonics pick up 2. Drills it from outside. Roars a move into the fourth. It's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Terry looking over the floor for 3. Ross drills the three-pointer.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Pass to Towns. Evans outside. Back to Towns. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got his 7th assist in the game.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
No good from Ross. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. To the inside, Turner. Roy with the block. But they recover it. To the middle, here's Turner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That free throw, no good. Zach Levine's checked in for Terrence Ross. And he's good on the second.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there.
The Supersonics have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Terry. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Turner. Tries again. Williams with the block. For 3, Roy. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the paint, and Towns throws it down.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working. It allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Here's Jerry. Gone here in the fourth quarter. Right on the bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
And the Timberwolves call timing.
And team strategies mostly guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
Minnesota making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, you got a chance to hear what Ryan Saunders said to the team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. He told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Here's Turner. After the basket by Seattle. 1:33 left to play in the final quarter.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns, well-made for pressure situations?
Levine against Turner. It's Roy on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor of this game. Now 6 for 10.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Williams against Evans. Towers wide open. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own. It's no good. McDaniels dishes to Williams. Evans against Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Roy to take the lead. Places one from 3.
So much riding on that shot.
Let's go, Brandon.
I'll tell you, that changes
Let's go, baby.
things, doesn't it? Good
Clutch.
job, young fella.
Clutch, Brandon Roy. Let's go.
And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's the three. He with the rebound.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And they double up Roy. Levine finds Williams. Roy.
Let's go.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They're trailing by 5. We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
We got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, does he deliver? That is a determined young fella right there. Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Sonics on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Evans passes to Mirotic. Beasley for 3. Rebound by the Sonics, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, what you like about Williams is how he's changed his game over time. Now he's a fantastic stretch 4 in this league.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Turner finds Evan. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Seattle winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
And that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end, with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Holland saying thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Yeah, we needed that one. We needed that win. We needed that win bad. Box score. Brandon Roy, 24 points was our high score. 24 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jason Terry, 12 points. DeJounte Murray, 9 points. Terrence Ross, 8 points. Zach LaVine, 6. Jalen McDaniels, 6. Marvin Williams, 4 with 8 rebounds. Fultz, 0. Christie, 0. Isaiah Thomas did not play. Jamal Crawford did not play. And Seattlerick did not play. And Avery Bradley did not play. We didn't need it. Didn't need it. You know what? I need to do something for everybody.
2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21. Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app to scan your face into the game. Once you're good with your appearance, it's time to try out the builder. This year, we've added more skill breakdowns to choose from, so make sure to take a look and pick the right fit for your game. Then, choose your physical profile, modify your attribute caps, and you pick the takeover you want. After you've personalized your build, it's time to test your potential. You get to select the overall you want to play as for the game, all the way up to a 99. Then, it's time to pick your badges. The upgrades available are based on the attributes you have in each category. And it's your decision on how to divide up the badges. Do you want to max them out with a few Hall of Fame badges? Or do you want a little bit of everything by using bronze and silver? It's your call. Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, and my players making up your fifth.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a quick game. That's right, you'll be able to play 5 total games with access to 4 stacked teams. Current Clippers, current Bucks, all-time Celtics, and all-time Lakers. 2KU is also back in this year's demo, so if you want to get a feel for the game or just work on your skills, there's no better place to do it. Are you ready? Because your path to NBA 2K21 starts now.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Wednesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. And then on Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
In the last few years, we've seen league-wide scoring surge in the NBA. Now, many credit years of defensive rules changes, such as limiting hand-checking on and off the ball and getting rid of contact in the paint. Now, everyone isn't pleased with these changes. Some say defense is no longer allowed. But a higher pace of play, more efficient shot selection, and lots of threes also play a role. Most fans aren't complaining. Kevin?
It sure is fun to watch, D.A. Thank you. Lots of rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as a new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to fulfill the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after About a week and a half of that just went away, and I hit my stride and finished strong.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Leaf is out there with Miles Turner, and it's Brogdon in at the point. And for the Sonics, McDaniels is out there with Zach Levine. Then there's Murray, and it's Marvin Williams, and it's Roy at the 2-guard spot. And Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. Excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard, but at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
The first one falls.
You know, when most teams lose their clear #1 guy, they start going south. That's exactly what happened for Indiana last season.
And so Murray nails both of them. But the Pacers were 32 and 15 when Oladipo went down.
And you think about Oladipo's influence and impact, only 16 and 19 after the injury, guys, and they got swept by the Celtics in the playoffs. Oladipo critically important to the Pacers being able to perhaps advance in the playoffs in the future.
And it's the Supersonics with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Miles Turner. Murray, no good. Fast break, here comes Indiana. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Boy, he's got freakish athleticism, and you can see why he's participated in the slam dunk contest before. This guy can fly.
On the wing, Williams. Roy from outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Brogdon's got the ball here for the Pacers. It's a three-point game. That one doesn't go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Well, I love seeing Levine elevate. One of the most fun dunkers we have in the game.
So the Supersonics, their last game, a win against the Timberwolves. Stolen by Levine, pushing it up. Here's Murray, and it's sent back by Turner. Oladipo for three, and it's McDaniels with the rebound. The Supersonics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Inside, Williams kicks to Levine. For three, Roy. The Pacers pull it in. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating. Well, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Roy with the slam.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling, Greg. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now, here's Brogdon. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Warren.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Oladipo against Roy. Here's Leaf.
And you know what, call it great defense or a poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Greg, bottom line is they're ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters.
Here's Leaf. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
This is the kind of unselfishness you love seeing from Brogdon, making sure he gets it to the open man.
Pass to McDaniels. For three, Roy. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. How do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding a player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached. And great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Some changes for Seattle. Ross is checked in for Zach LaVine. Markel Fultz comes in for Brandon Roy. And it's Terry in for DeJounte Murray. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, outside Lamb. Ross grabs the board.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it down.
And finished off by Fultz.
Fultz, when he has room to throw it down, he's taking it to the rim. No hesitation.
Pacers trail by 8. Outside Holiday. Passes it to McConnell. Now here is Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They get it again. Sampson, the shot from the low post is good.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Here's Terry. Misses from close range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets the shot go uncontested.
And like many big men in the league, Clark, as he's aged, Marvin Williams has relied more on his outside shooting.
You know, he's been in the league a long time, guys, but when he first came in back in the mid-2000s, there was less emphasis on forwards being able to shoot the ball from outside. Give him a lot of credit for adjusting to the league and owning a shot that has always been a skill that's been part of his package. He can knock down the deep shot down.
And that one falls for Williams.
Yeah, you know what you admire about Williams at this stage in his career, a veteran guy with some versatility, is that he's a nice, solid role player.
And Williams drops them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
And 101 left to play here in the first. McConnell passes to Lamb. Well, you know, it took some time for him to get to this point, but Jeremy Lamb has taken his game to the next level.
And you know, guys, we see these young guys come into the league after just 1 year of college, and it takes them a while to figure it out sometime. Lamb has gone from being just a contributor to a nightly impact player with his scoring. But across the board, you can see his game upticking in a really positive way.
Now here's Terry. He picked up 12 points in their last one against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. The dish to Fultz. For 3, Ross. Some solid defense there from Lamb.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Terry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
like the fire that Jason Terry plays with. I mean, this guy is very energetic. He's a combo guard, and he plays and shoots with a ton of confidence.
Seattle shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Well, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board. 77% collectively.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
I really believe the more playing time that Lamb gets, the better he'll become. He still has the potential, in my mind, to be a very solid player in this league.
And he makes both free throws. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. Thomas outside, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And so here is Indiana, trailing by 4, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Terry is out there with Isaiah Thomas. Then there's Christie, and it's Marvin Lee. And it's McDaniels at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle.
And, you know, there you see the instincts of IT. Sensing when his man is broken free, and then getting the ball there on time.
The pass to be touched. Back to McConnell. Knocked away. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Sonics making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Indiana also making some changes. Miles Turner comes in for Jakar Sampson. And Warren subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Here's Lamb. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia. Shots good by Turner.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in the game. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Warren. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. Brandon Roy, who's checked in for Christie. Here's Warren off the inbound, and that one drops for him. Warren's got his first 2 points.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
Here's Thomas, and another basket for Seattle.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
Here's Roy. The Pacers making the shot. Count it. Roy's got 10.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, established great inside position.
And so it's Indiana with it. 7-point differential. Outside Turner. And for those of you just joining us. We're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And good that time. Levine's got the lead up to 9 now for the Sonics.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as a pass was coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Oladipo. 11 points for him in that last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the attack stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
A different look for Seattle. Terrence Ross comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's Fulton for Thomas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Leaf. Passes to Brogdon. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up. Turner. He can't get it to go. And it's the Sonics taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustment on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 13. The pass to Warren. Great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 3 assists now in this one. Fultz dishes to McDaniels. For 3, Roy. Seattle with a fresh shot clock. Here's Fultz. Good D by Brogdon.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Indiana, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. First one falls for him. All free throws good from Warren. On the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Jabbar Simpson's checked in for Indiana. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And take a look at Roy. The third spot in the voting
Hit that,
belongs to
Terrence.
him. There are very few players with his ability from long range, and it looks like he'll be rewarded with a spot in the three-point contest.
And I'm sure there'll be some changes in the rankings still to come, but you're right. I'd be surprised if there's anyone who wouldn't cast a vote
Let's go.
his way.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep
Good strong
updated
move.
on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Now, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
I wonder if I made it in there. In the list, at least.
And he knocks down the first one. Christie is checked in for Seattle. Murray comes in for Fultz. And both free throws good for Williams. Pacers trail by 11. Now, here's McConnell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lamb with the ball. Williams picks him up. Just 5 to shoot. Comes there for McConnell. Bitadze with the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
7-second difference, shot and game clock, and stolen by McConnell. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. And there's the lay-in.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Murray with it. 9 points, last game out. Here's Christie. The layup off target.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And that does it for the first half of play. Sonics lead by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Taking a look at the Supersonics. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say, keep doing what you do.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Pacers.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any ball.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Brandon Roy really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Pacers, it's Warren and Leaf. They're the forwards. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Turner in at the 5 spot.
Williams does a nice job getting those feet up and down, excels at running the floor and scoring in transition.
And here is Brogdon, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Three-pointer. And it's Seattle with the rebound. McDaniel's got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams kicks to Murray. Outside Roy. In the corner, it's Levine. That ball. Great assist by Brandon Roy. And now it's a 12-point Seattle lead. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Now Brogdon. Outside Warren. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Warren's got 9.
The Rico. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Williams. He has 6, and it's sent back. Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. It's going to send Miles Turner to the line. It's on Brandon Roy. We're talking about the unicorns. Miles Turner in that category as a shot blocker who can space the floor. I don't think he's got a ceiling. What about you?
I think his ceiling is really high, Kevin. He's still young, which always bodes well for somebody with his work ethic and skill set. I think he can be an all-star player. Franchise player, those are few and far between. I'm not sure if he can get to that level, but all-star, certainly within his reach.
That free throw, good from Turner. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys, it's about trying to posterize them.
And any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Williams. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
And that one falls for Williams. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Seattle. And Williams drops them both. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Leaf. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 5 assists tonight. half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Levine against Warren. There's Thomas at the three. Trains the three-pointer. Thomas got 8 points.
That's 3 of 4 here.
I've been standing in the living room window scaring people all night. Ah! High as hell. Sorry, y'all. This girl is silly, man. One of my friends messaged me. I used to work with. She didn't think that I had a onesie on. I'm cold, man. Shoot. I'm cold.
Start the half.
Pass to Leaf. Back to Brogdon. Call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Free throw is good.
Well, you know, he might be one of the more overlooked players, but Malcolm Brogdon, he had a sensational season last year. I mean, his efficiency, his maturity, this guy was a huge reason the Bucks were so tough.
And Seattle making a change here. Fultz is checked in. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Indiana. Brogdon hits them both. And Brogdon was fantastic on offense. As you said, great percentages, Clark, in every category.
Well, this guy is so highly efficient. When you look at Brogdon and how he plays and what he does, I mean, the numbers speak volumes. But I think it's more than... Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Pacers trail by 6. In the pass to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Warren. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Williams. Fultz looking around. Terry against Warren. Fultz kicks to Levine. Pocket 4. From the arc. And another 3 for Seattle.
Well, that 3 lined up by Levine, right on target. He's a solid 3-point shooter, right around 35% from long range.
Stolen by Terry. And now here comes Terry late in the break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's an 11-point Seattle lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. A shot by Brogdon, wide open. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
upset quickly if they can keep it up.
Seattle calls timeout. Coming into the NBA, Victor Oladipo, Greg, drew some comparisons to Dwayne Wade, but it was working out with D-Wade that helped take Victor's game to the next level.
And listen, anytime you're the second overall pick, which he was back in 2013, stardom is expected. It just took a while. Now he's got to apply that same work ethic to overcoming the knee injury.
Different look for Seattle. Terrence Ross is checked in for Zach LaVine. Christie subbed in for Jason Terry. There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Here's Fultz. Drops in the layup for two.
And I love the energy Fultz plays with, Kevin. I mean, when he's deep in the paint, he's really comfortable going up to shoot it.
There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Now, here's McConnell. Outside, layup. And it's in there. Lamb's got 6 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Passes it to Christie. Back to Fultz. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Fultz. 6 on the shot clock. It is good. 6 points for him.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 10. Takes the 13-footer. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Fultz. Good. A nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Seconds left in the third. McConnell with it. Fultz brings the double team. Shots good by Turner.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Ross. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Ross.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Lamb. He's got 6. From downtown, what a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of the quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's Seattle. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
want the accuracy to go along with that vision. You put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got DeJounte Murray. Christie is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. Here's Christie. They get it back. McDaniels passes to Christie. Drains it from beyond the arc. Christie's got the lead up to 13 now for the Sonics.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. There's Bitadze, and he jams it with authority.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one hand.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up with it. Here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Lamb passes to Leaf. Stolen by McDaniels. Williams attacking. And it's Williams with the jam.
Nice to see Williams be more assertive driving inside. Something I'd like to see more from him.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the Pacers call time here. Mark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
And Seattle making a change here. Levine's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in the step. See if that pep talk on goal, guys.
Well, what an opportunistic defender Murray is. His ball hawking nature serving him well there.
Pacers trail by 17. Oladipo right side. Banked in off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Right side, Williams. Outside, Levine. On deep. Good. Nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one. Over in the corner, Warren. Off target with his 3.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Roy is doubled. Kicks it to Levine. And again, Seattle with the triple.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go. So what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Seattle?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the skills we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Brogdon finds Oladipo to stop the run. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
When you talk about outstanding athletes in the NBA, Victor Oladipo is on that list. Even if he's only 90%, this guy is explosive, actually more explosive than most.
And he makes the first. And you think about trying to come back from that big knee injury, a lot riding on Oladipo's recovery.
Well, a big part of his recovery and coming back effectively is sports medicine has come a long, long way, Kevin. He won the 2018 Most Improved Award. They stopped doing the Comeback Player of the Year, but you know, he's looking for that kind of return this season.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Seattle. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Shoots from 14, and another basket for Seattle.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And the foul on Jason Terry. That's foul number 2 for him. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally need to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
For the Sonics, Smooth comes in for Zach Levine, and it's Coffee in for Brandon Roy. Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Jason Terry. That's his third foul of the game. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Jason Terry. .156 left in the fourth quarter. Free throw missing. Clark at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 get a 1 seed. So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have. And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a golly win for Seattle.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach Levine.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent, and so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Here's Thomas. It's deflected. They recover it. Here's Sumner. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Sampson's shot is off. Here's Smooth. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The first one falls. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.